Good morning. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, all protocols observed. Let me begin by expressing my huge appreciation to the organizers of this forum for choosing Accra, Ghana as the venue for this year's event. I am sure by now that you have all heard and of course felt the very warm Ghanaian hospitality that greets one right from the airport on arrival to all the places of visit. In that spirit of hospitality, I, on behalf of the Ghana Internet Exchange, welcome all of you to the 12th African Peering and Interconnection Forum right here in Accra. Akwaba to you all. Ladies and gentlemen, I've had a keen interest in activities within the internet space in Africa and those organized by the Internet Society, including last year's forum hosted in Kigali. Events like these are usually loaded with very interesting discussions, which usually are directed at charting progressive path for the industry. It is in the light of this that we at the Ghana Internet Exchange are excited to be participating in this year's event, hoping that similar thought leadership discussions will take place for the improvement of the ecosystem that I am sure all of us should be proud of. I am expecting, just like previous years, that this year's forum will serve as a converging place for infrastructure, service, and content providers to find innovative ways of improving the internet connectivity and other related issues like cost and good user experience of the internet services. I am aware that one of the aims for hosting the African Peering and Interconnection Forum is to address issues around the exchange of traffic while also promoting local traffic exchange through local internet exchange points. I am excited to observe, and by that note that these efforts seem to be raking in some very good progress. And that has resulted also in relatively more affordable and faster and more locally hosting of content, which overall leads to a better performing internet system. The Ghana Internet Exchange Point has also seen a considerable growth in the number of service providers peering at our exchange point, to a significant growth in traffic. This does not, however, mean that a great majority of internet traffic is retained locally. I think, just like many other African countries, there is still a gap within the efforts of promoting and retaining, within the efforts of promoting the retention of internet traffic locally. There is no debate about the fact that Africa is witnessing very significant growth in the demand and use of internet. Virtually all the life of an average educated African is lived on the internet. Various types of content are generated and thus consumed by the second. And with that also comes technological innovations within which the internet space thrives. All this calls for a much broader discussion specific to how Africa can tap and by that retain a level of internet traffic that is generated and exchanged locally. Within this context, I think we should make some time to brainstorm other focus areas. Maybe we should revisit discussions around market reforms where our ISPs could ensure that they pair with their local exchange points. If they are not doing so, perhaps also useful is a consideration of IXP policies within the African region that drive membership and a liberal environment for all stakeholders. Also relevant, I think, is a call to many of our corporate institutions, including our own host, the Internet Society, to continue to support systems for growing existing internet exchange points. Such support not only reduces peering costs, but also affords the opportunity to provide some leadership specific to how countries can realize the full potential of locally exchange of internet traffic. We at the Ghana Internet Exchange Point believe that a much healthier collaboration among all other internet service providers and exchange points, content providers, and especially policymakers are critical going forward. I wish to see how the Ghana Internet Exchange Point, for example, can visit exchange points in South Africa and other African countries, and vice versa, all for learning and exchange of ideas. We must not see ourselves as competitors, rather as collaborators. It is only through that we can say our efforts are improving the ecosystem in a concerted way. I imagine it is going to be a long day of high-level discussions and decisions around very interesting topics. I will therefore ask that we use the sessions to drive that which will make the industry a better place for us all. As I said in the beginning, Ghana remains the black star of Africa with interesting places and a globally identified place of good hospitality. Do therefore enjoy your stay here and make the best out of this forum. Thank you and welcome to Accra.